This video is brought to you by AKS IAS.
Hello everyone, welcome to AKS IAS. Recently UPSC mains GS paper 1 if you take, in that we have lot of geography questions, and this time some of the questions were very interesting. So for students who are preparing for next attempt, and also for those who are worried about how exactly we need to approach geography, this video is for you. See guys, first we should try to understand what is the idea behind this particular question, and from where will you get the answer for this. Because when it comes to mains, especially geography, there are no sources available for us. So the only source we all refer to is NCERT. Everyone says 11th and 12th NCERT are more than enough. But when you see questions, some mains questions and all, there is some sort of fear in students that if these type of questions come, what should we do? Okay. Here comes the major challenge, that is, how are you able to interlink current affairs with the topic that is given? As a teacher, it's easy for me to give notes on Fujiwhara effect or something today, because question has come even before once they had asked this question, so it's easy for me to give answers. But next year, if you are writing and if there is a new question from that particular year due to current affairs also, are you able to understand from where are they giving? See guys, UPSC won't go out of the syllabus. Even when they are asking any question, it would be linked to that particular part. Now, let us see the first question, that is, what is the Fujiwhara effect? Explain its impact on the movement and intensity of tropical cyclones. See guys, going by the literal aspect, Fujiwhara was an effect which was observed near Japan. Now what they observed, two cyclones, they started coming closer and they collided. Okay, so when two or more cyclones come together and when they join, what is going to happen? It would lead to a super cyclone form of aspect. Now that is called as Fujiwhara effect. Now, why is this asked in UPSC? Because last year, okay, November 2025, we observed that there was a Fujiwhara effect in Bay of Bengal. All of a sudden, 3-4 cyclones were formed in Bay of Bengal. Now, when 2 to 3 cyclones are present in a small area like Bay of Bengal, there is a possibility of these cyclones coming together. Even if they literally don't join, what is going to happen when two cyclones are closer? Normally, the eye of the cyclone, you see, at that point of time, the eye of the cyclones, eye wall of the cyclones, and rain bands that are present in the cyclones, they all may collide. And when they collide, for example, if eye of one cyclone combine with eye of another cyclone, then the speed of super cyclone may further intensify. Pressure difference intensifies, speed would double. If you have eye wall of one entering, then what is going to happen? Rainfall will be very, very high. And when rain bands, if they interact, area affected by cyclone increases. You see, if eye and eye joins, intensity increases. If eye wall and eye wall joins, or if eye walls come closer, rainfall intensity increases. But if rain bands are meeting, imagine one cyclone covering this much and another cyclone covering this much, the area which they have covered would be very high. So this is what we need to understand when it comes to cyclones. Are you getting the point? So in Bay of Bengal, there was a Fujiwhara effect which led to very heavy rainfall in coastal Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu region and all. So because of that, they had asked, every year, whether it is earthquake, cyclone, tsunami or any disaster, if it occurs, we should be consciously watching that. When there was a small volcanic eruption in Andaman and Nicobar region, UPSC asked a question on that. When there was a tsunami effect, UPSC asked a question on that. And this year when there was a cyclone coming closer, as the word is new, they are interested to know about it. Okay, so that is the reason this question was asked, and I hope you got the answer for this particular aspect. Next, see the beauty, guys. Tundra regions are ecologically fragile but economically important. Examine this statement critically. As you are aware, the moment we say critically examine, you have to write both merits and demerits. And the answer should be divided into two parts. What is it? Tundra regions are ecologically fragile, right? But economically important. That is one you are going to say. Second, you are going to say the economy is also interlinked with ecology. So if there is no economy, or if there is no ecology, then economy will also be severely affected. Okay, one, you have to show that it is independent. Okay, you are trying to show that it is independent. So one, you are going to argue that Tundra regions are economically important and ecologically important. If you try to touch ecology, then economy will also be severely affected. Okay, so for this, what are the aspects that we are going to talk? Tundra region, why are they ecologically fragile? They are ecologically fragile in today's world because of climate change. Even if you do minor changes in that ecosystem, entire food chain will be affected because the number of species are limited. Glacial melting is increasing. Cryosphere is reducing, due to which not only tundra but the entire ecosystem would be severely affected. So you need to discuss in the introduction about the Tundra region in detail and what are the problems that are leading to Tundra becoming ecologically fragile. And later you have to tell, there are two benefits, guys. One, you see, if environment is removed, that is, if ecology is removed completely, then glaciers are removed. And if glaciers are removed, it is easy to do mining. It is believed that in Tundra region, huge quantities of methane is present. There is huge quantities of oil and natural gas. So, if all the species are removed, if all the glaciers are removed due to climate change, I am not doing it physically, but due to climate change, if it occurs, what is going to happen? That would ensure that we will have enough money, enough oil, enough methane, many gases which are present, we will be getting them. So that is beneficial for us. But in the long run, that will try to create problems not only for the Tundra region, but for other regions as well. For example, it may increase ocean level. Equatorial regions will get submerged. many viruses may come out, and that would lead to more diseases and more problems. So you have to say that removing the ecology is beneficial for economy, but ecology is interconnected with economy. So these two you have to bring for this particular aspect, as they have given critically evaluate. This was a direct question, guys. There is a very simple question. Aeolian processes, please don't get into the logic of wind erosion methods and all. Don't enter into all those dunes, sand dunes, stars and all. No, nothing like that. What is asked here, what is Aeolian process? That means wind processes, correct? How wind processes normally leads to desertification? That means wind erosion, how does it lead to land degradation and desertification? So here you have to talk about how soil erosion will occur, how there is a shift of sand from one region to another region. I would say this question is asked mainly because of Aravallis. You know that Aravallis was in news, right? And Aravallis is very, very important to ensure that the spread of desertification is prevented in Bundelkhand region. It is very important to prevent the spread of what do you call it as land degradation in Bundelkhand region from Rajasthan. So western and eastern Rajasthan should be separated by Aravallis, else you will have Aeolian processes which would lead to spread of desertification. This specific aspect is given indirectly in this particular question, because the moment they ask Aravallis, you get to know, acha, we know the question, we will write more about Aravallis. So they have asked the processes. So you will be talking about wind erosion, how soil erosion will occur, okay, how the sand particles and other things will be shifting, and if fertility of the soil is gone, right, you are not able to grow crops, that leads to land degradation. Second, Aeolian processes will remove fertilizers and all from one region and it may keep it in another area. And if you do not have proper barricades, it would lead to sand dunes shifting, which leads to desertification. You see, beautifully they have given those aspects in this particular thing. Water in South Asia. See guys, India, Pakistan when it comes to Indus water. So, and India, China when it comes to Brahmaputra. So you have to divide this into two aspects. Water resource are both an asset and a source of conflict. When you talk about asset, you have to say India, Nepal, India, Bhutan, India, Bangladesh to some extent. Water is an asset because we have Ganges Water Treaty, we have Fujiwhara agreement, right? With Nepal we have agreements, with Bhutan we have agreements. But when it comes to China building dam on Brahmaputra, when Indus Water Treaty is removed, right, that has led to water becoming a source of conflict. Recently only Pakistan gave a statement which said that for the first time in history, water is made a weapon in South Asia. So you have to talk about that because of Operation Sindoor, where we have prevented the water flow. Okay guys, so please understand, this was a newspaper article where they had discussed about how water is a problem. There is a person by name Brahmachalani. He writes an article, and when China started building the dam, and even when India stopped water to Pakistan, Brahmachalani had written articles about these particular things, and that is the reason this question has come. So if you ask me, they are current affairs based rather than relating it to the static parts. Okay, so guys, at least from now on, if you are giving next year, please read the newspaper articles, and whenever you see geography based articles coming into picture, if you can connect them, it would be helpful guys. Thank you.